Forgotten Conspiracies, the 2001 Anthrax letters.
In 2001, several senators received letters in the mail that were laced with anthrax spores. This is actually one of them. 17 people were infected in total, including the postal workers that had handled the letters. 5 people died, 2 of which were senators. So of course the question is, who did it? Well, it happened a week after September 11th, and the letters had "Death to America," "Death to Israel," and "Allah is great" written on them. So, pretty clear who the culprit is, right? Wrong. Anthrax is an extremely controlled substance. It's very difficult to find even in the wild anymore. So when they started looking into the strain and where it might have come from, it led them to this guy, Bruce Ivins. Bruce was actually a researcher on anthrax vaccines. This man had spent 20 years of his life working on an anthrax vaccine, the program of which the government was just about to shut down. 20 years of work down the drain? Not on his watch. Just as the FBI was closing in on him, he unalived himself with a bunch of Tylenol, causing liver failure, which is actually probably one of the worst ways to go. Even with his suicide, his plan worked. The anthrax vaccine program was magically rejuvenated and refunded. Immediately after the attacks, FBI Director Robert Mueller blamed Al-Qaeda, of course. They even had a $2.5 million reward for anybody that could provide information. Sounds like they want to figure out what happened, right? Well, not even 3 weeks after the attack, they destroyed the anthrax stockpiles that they had. They even destroyed the samples that tied Bruce Ivins' lab to the attacks. This is meanwhile McCain, Bush, Cheney, everybody is out there saying this must have been Iraq, this had to have been Al-Qaeda, and there's only a handful of people in the background saying, I don't think this could have been made in some cave in the desert. Luckily, we can see all this information now. It's a wonderful rabbit hole if you want to look up more. There's thousands of details that I haven't even mentioned. There's Bruce's mental health issues. There's supposedly hidden messages in the letters that he sent. It's insane. But now picture this. It's 2001. This story is breaking as you're watching it. And somebody comes and tells you, I think this was planned. I think this was an intentional attack to bolster support against Al-Qaeda or some nefarious purpose. I don't think this was a real terrorist attack. You would have been called crazy. So keep that in mind as you watch today's events unfold. You might be watching a conspiracy in real time.